The views and opinions in the following program remain those of the producer or sponsor, and not those of Medford Community Cablevision, its staff, management, board of directors, or other affiliates.
Hi, I'm Rick Sacco.
And I'm Fred LASKY, and welcome to Medford's newest cable show, Medford Goes Green. This is a pilot show, and it's our goal to bring up events and segments about environmental issues in Medford and the energy sustainability initiatives that are underway. We have a number of different segments tonight that are quite informative, and it's our goal to show you some of the stuff that's going on, because Medford has clearly been a leader in the energy and renewable, sustainable energy field.
We are currently filming behind the McGlynn School at River Park, and the area is absolutely beautiful. As you can see, we have a beautiful school. We have a beautiful play yard for the children. We have two Little League fields here. We have a bike path, a walk path, which borders the Mississippi River, which is an absolutely beautiful scenic area. And behind me, as you can see, we have the wind turbine. And it's just an absolutely gorgeous facility to bring your family down and enjoy a day of leisure and just to enjoy the finer things of Medford. And we have them right here behind the McGlynn School.
I agree, Rick. We have a lot of natural resources here in Medford and great recreational facilities, and it's our hope in future shows to show you other locations in Medford where it's just nice. You don't have to travel very far to get back to some really nice natural locations and to enjoy it. The first segment we'd like to show you today is the Earth Day Awards sponsored by Green Medford, and that's when Mayor Michael McGlynn announced a new initiative for the city, a partnership with the Medford Chamber of Commerce and the Medford Energy Committee, and that's called the Green Medford Awards. And these awards are an effort to inform the public by rewarding businesses, residents, and organizations for sustainable initiatives. So with no further ado, why don't we cut to the clip of the Earth Day ceremony sponsored by Green Medford and Mayor Michael J. McGlynn.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
And I'd like to welcome everybody here in the second annual Medford Square Cleanup and Earth Day celebration. There's been a lot of activity over the course of the last week, and especially today and the next couple of days between Arbor Day and Earth Day. We have had a tremendous number of volunteers who have done a great job. One project I want to just point out that if you get a chance, go by Royal House Park, because I don't think we've had an opportunity to trim the trees there in a while. And yesterday, Lawns Plus and also Turn a Tree in Leo's Landscaping, if you would look at it, it looked like the Army had arrived, and they trimmed the whole park up beautifully, in addition to planting an additional 5 trees along George Street. So they did a great job, and we thank them for their volunteer efforts on behalf of the city. And I would like to thank all of you for being involved in today's cleanup. And a special thank you goes to Susan Altman for her efforts in organizing this event, and Anna Nguyen, who actually started this event, organized it last year. Anna and Susan, thank you very much. Now, you know there are so many people involved in environmental issues here in the community that we try and come up with different events and different things to do each year to add on to all of the great successes that have been accomplished in recent years. And now the Energy Committee, behind me, all the members who are doing such a great job, and you'll hear from the chairperson, Fred LASKY, in a moment, along with the Chamber of Commerce, have announced that we are looking to give out Green Awards to residents and businesses who continue to educate people about the benefits of protecting our climate and doing well in the community. And Fred, in a few minutes, will come up and explain a little about that and how the awards will be given. Now, if you look at what Medford has accomplished over the last, if you went back 10 years and looked at where we were to where we are today, you certainly wouldn't have seen the wind turbine down on next to the Mystic River. You wouldn't have seen the additional green space that has been built in the past. You would have seen the fact that we were the first community in Massachusetts to develop a climate action plan, and you would have seen a number of other efforts that people have been involved with biodiesel, electric cars, alternative vehicles, And the list goes on and on and on. And what we found out, all of the individuals here on the community, on the committee, and others who are involved, is that the more you do, the more addictive it is, the more you want to do. Because once you've accomplished that task, and you've seen what great benefit it has given to the community, then you say, you can do more. And we continue to do more. So at this point, I would like to introduce Fred Lasky, who will talk about the Green Awards and what the process will be for nominating individuals to receive them. Fred?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you all for coming out on this beautiful morning, although it feels a little more like November than the end of April. Mayor, I'd like to thank you for appointing a group of individuals on the Energy Committee who work tirelessly, are intellectually stimulating, and truly dedicated, volunteering literally dozens and hundreds of hours for the effort and the movement of the Energy Committee, the task of the Energy Committee. It's a pleasure to work with them. I'd like to take a minute and just introduce the folks who are here this morning. And if I miss someone, please jump in. Kathleen McKinnon's here, J.R. Siegel's here, Robert Payne, Jeff Goldsmith, Rick Sacco, Susan Altman, John Rogers, Jonathan Hunt, of course Carrie and Alicia from the mayor's office. Did I miss anybody? These folks deserve a real round of applause for all the time and effort they put in. The Green Awards is an exciting initiative that the effort is to recognize folks, individuals, organizations, businesses who have really gone above and beyond in seeking sustainable initiatives on the energy and the environmental side. And we'll be looking for nominees for the awards who have practiced renewable energy, energy conservation, environmental advocacy, water conservation, waste reduction and reuse, sustainable landscaping methods, and other innovative environmental and energy conservation practices. So it's the whole gamut, and any organization, any business can apply. We're going to have the awards. You can only apply through the web. We're not going to take paper applications in the spirit of reducing paper. So you can get to it at www.medford.org/Green Awards. The application is now up and live. We'll be accepting applications through June 29th, 2012, obviously. And the awards we presented at the Harvest Your Energy Festival on October 13th, 2001, down on the river. If you have any questions, you can reach Kerry at the City Hall. And obviously, if you don't have a computer and you're watching this and you'd like to apply, you can either go to the environmental office during the day at City Hall, and they will set you up with a computer to apply, or you can go to Medford Public Library, where you can also have access to a computer. So there's plenty of access to this. In closing, I'd just like to thank you all for this great effort, and Susan in particular for organizing the day, and the Green Medford folks for hosting us here today. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Fred. As I was standing there, I was thinking about a number of other events that are going on today that we should just make people aware of. Right behind us is the Drug Give Back Program for people who have old medications in their homes that they want to dispose of properly under the direction of the DEA and Medford Police Department. Also, at the Elks a little later, there's a Scout Safety Day, and talking about how they can get more involved in their community. The City Council a couple of weeks ago passed a resolution, and I don't know what the date is, but sometime in the next couple of weeks, there's going to be a truck here to shred and recycle papers for individual citizens throughout the community, or clean the files days in your office, or whatever, because there are many seniors who can't afford a shredder, who have different accounts at their homes that they'd like to see, and there's actually a video that I'll show you as it is being shred. And Del Rochi's 95th birthday. I'm going to go to that a little later. He's a great guy. He's been in the city for a lot of years and was an usher at Fenway Park for over 50 years. A great collection of memorabilia. And then there are two other events that I can't mention because they're surprise events for people who are celebrating the anniversary. In closing, I do want to say that this is the site of where the new farmers market will take place. Susan Fairchild was clapping a lot of stuff out there. They've been working this last year to put a new location together, make sure there's a lot of traffic here. Working on music this year. I think you're really going to enjoy it. A lot of effort has gone into trying to improve upon the great job that they have done in past years. Oh, and also, today's open studios. Starting at the Bush School at 12 and then numerous locations throughout the community. So I thank you for all being here. I thank you for your commitment to the community and to our environment, and wish you the best of luck. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. We got a little surprise here. We're going to have, we didn't know this, you're going to be entertained. And before we're entertained, Susan Altman would like to say a few words. Susan?
Definitely not being entertained. I just want to, I'm awed by the number of people here today. This is at least triple what came out last year, which was all by itself amazing. So I think we have a great annual event. We're definitely going to repeat this. And so I just want to call out a couple of people. There's a list of all the people who helped us in any way to put this together. This was a huge collaboration with a lot of different groups. But I just want to mention a couple of people by name. Again, I have to mention Anna at Extreme Ninja Martial Arts Center, without whom we would not be here. Absolutely would not. And her right-hand person, Emily, who did so much work this year on it. But I really think that the key to the whole thing is that Anna brings everywhere with her her 3-year-old daughter and her not quite born next child. And nobody can say no. So, and I also want to say that the planning team was instrumental in this. We had several people from the Boys and Girls Club, several people from Medford Health Matters, Susan from the Medford Farmers Market, Sarah, who is both with the Medford Farmers Market and a new employee of the city, Ken from Friends of the Mystic River, several people from Tufts, and I have to say that the people at City Hall were absolutely up and down the line the most nice and helpful and accommodating people I've ever worked with. So please give a hand to City Hall. And a couple of logistics. There's going to be a yoga class at around 10 o'clock on Clipper Shift Drive, taught by Emily. She's great. Go see her. And there's going to be art and music in the little brick plaza 1 block down from 10 to 12. So go have fun with that. If you are collecting trash, make sure you sign a waiver. Anna will tell you what groups to go with and where to clean up. But when you are done, unless you have a bag that's really, really heavy, please bring it back and put it across the street behind the fence on the other side of the street. DPW will be picking up from there. If you need to leave bags somewhere else, just make sure to tell Anna where they are so that we can let the DPW know where to pick them up. And this is an electric car that seems to be on permanent loan to us, to the city. So go check it out. It's a lot of fun. And I think that's all I wanted to say. Thanks again, everybody, for coming.
Thank you, Susan. You know, the electric car, we got it on a 30-day trial basis, but they loved what we were doing here and the use that it was getting, and it went to 60, it went to 90. I think we're closing in on a year. I don't know if we're going to take it back, but we pass it around and it shows the value of what can be done with the hybrid on in-city mileage. So it's worked out very well. One thing about the environmental office, Gary and Alicia, literally a few years back, we started out with an environmental agent working out of what was a closet in City Hall. They're now in a pretty big office where the environmental agent now has what I would refer to as an assistant who now look at a list of projects that looks as though we need to hire somebody else in the office. We have brought the new tree ward, Aggie Tootin, who has done a great job, and any tree that there's ever any question on the city, she films it, she photos it, she has a hearing on it, she gets everybody's input, and then does what's in the best interest of the environment of the city. So the office itself is a powerful force in the community to protect the environment. I want to thank all of them for the great job that they do in that office.
It really was a great day down in Medford Square on Earth Day. There was a cleanup organized by Green Medford. There were tables set up with food and information, and there was a cleanup that focused on cleaning up Medford Square. And there were a lot of people there with bags and rakes, and one of the participants was the Rogers family. John is a member of our committee, the Medford Energy Committee, and it was a fun day. So we'll just pop to John for a quick update on how it went.
Hi, this is Justin Wright, and I'm here on Green Day in Medford. Now, what have you been doing today regarding green?
So, we've come down here to recycle, and we've got a bag for recycling that we're going to pick up on the ground. We're cleaning, as a group, we're cleaning the entire Medford Square area. So I brought my daughter Hannah down here, and so we've got black bags for trash, clear bags for recycling. We've got our really sharp little pokers and some rakes, gloves, and we're ready to go.
All right. Thank you.
So, thank you.
Now I would like to go to an interview with Justin Wright, and he is interviewing Alicia Hunt. Alicia works at in the environmental office up at the City Hall, and Alicia does a fine job. A lot of programs, a lot of projects going on that have been completed, as well as projects that are ongoing, and Alicia Hunt is right in the forefront. But Alicia now is going to be speaking about the electric car that's on loan to the City of Medford. And Justin will interview her, and I'm sure you'll find it very informative.
Hi, I am Justin Wright, and I'm here with Alicia Hunt, and we're going to talk about this hybrid that we have right here in Going Green.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm Alicia Hunt, and I work for the City of Medford. So Toyota lent us this plug-in Prius actually last June, sort of as a demo car, and they were doing trials to see how a car like this would actually be used in city use or by a municipality. And then they've let us keep it for quite a long time now as a favor to us, and because we've been giving it lovely PR. We like to take it places and teach people about it. So this car is a plug-in hybrid, and what that means is that you plug it in, and it has an electric engine that runs from the electricity that you've gotten when you plug in. And then in certain situations, or if you use up the electric battery, you deplete it, it also has gas, and it'll run on a gasoline engine. And that gasoline engine works just like the Prius hybrids that are more commonly known. Do you have questions about it?
Oh, no.
Or should I just tell you some more about it? So when our city building inspector was using it, he was getting 800 miles to the gallon on it, literally. Because what happens is it goes about 15 miles on a charge, and then as you drive, it recharges itself some with regenerative braking. So he would drive it every day and then plug it in at City Hall at night, and it gets fabulous mileage. He said it was just like driving any other car. We've also had it used by the building inspector. The energy office has used it some. Actually, the police department in Medford, the detectives used it for a month, and they were very happy with it. And most recently, you'll see it being driven by the Medford School Department. The school department, we have 7 buildings, and they have to drive around, so they've been using it to go between the various buildings, particularly the facilities staff.
Right. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
You know, there's a lot going on there. Clearly that car is intriguing, and the interesting thing is I fit in it. I'm a pretty tall guy, and that's one of the main criteria of those little cars is, can I fit in it without my head jamming up against the roof? And I clearly could. Another activity that was also down City Hall that day was a pharmaceutical drop-off program organized by the Medford Department of Public Health and the Medford Police Department. And it's clearly become, pharmaceuticals, at least in my lifetime, have exploded on the scene. And the issue of how to dispose of them it has become important for 2 reasons. One is the environmental issue of if you flush them down the toilet, they end up in the waste stream that inevitably ends up in some water body somewhere and has a negative impact on the environment. And the other piece to it, obviously, is you want to prevent those pharmaceuticals from getting into the wrong hands. So this is a great program that was organized, and I was there for 15 to 20 minutes and was absolutely amazed at the line of people pulling up with their cars with bags of pharmaceuticals. And so it's a great program. And now we'll go to Medford Energy Committee member and correspondent Jeff Goldsmith, who will do an interview and a feature piece on the pharmaceutical drop-off program that was held in Medford Square.
Normally we think about saving energy in our environment. We think about cutting back our energy usage and the way we use water and our resources. But a very important part that we're also considered is how we dispose of things that can affect our environment. And over recent years, we've learned more and more about how drugs improperly disposed into our rivers and lakes can cause very serious problems. And today we're going to show what Medford is doing to prevent that problem. I have Karen here with me, who's going to talk about the program that's going on at City Hall today. Karen?
Hi, good morning. I'm Karen Rose. I'm Director of Public Health and Elder Affairs for the City of Medford. We are participating in our 4th DEA Drug Take Back Day. We do this cooperatively with the police department, as you can see, and we take as many prescription drugs out of the system as we possibly can. This is twofold for us. This is also to remove it from the water streams like we were just talking about. Back years ago, it was okay to flush your unused drugs, and we've found out differently now that that actually does show up in very measurable amounts. So we prevent that, as well as taking drugs that are sitting in the homes away from the hands of children who may get into them. So we have a twofold reason for doing this work, and it's been very successful. We've had very good response, and we've been very lucky working with the police department, who support us greatly in this.
Karen, that's great. Thank you for telling about that. Sergeant Clementi, Sergeant Gagliardi, great work. Thank you for helping out the city.
Thank you.
The major initiative this spring is the Medford Green Awards, and it's a way to highlight residents, individuals, businesses who are doing the right thing for sustainable energy policies and environment, whether it be solar panels on the roof, whatever it may be. And we have a good interview from Jeff Goldsmith, who's interviewing Carrie Duquesne. Jeff is a member of the Energy Committee, as I said earlier, and Carrie, as Rick has said, is the director of the city's Office of Environment and Energy. And she'll talk about the details about how to apply, who can apply, and about the program. It's really an exciting program. So with that, we'll cut to the interview by Jeff.
Hi, I'm Jeff Goldsmith from the Medford Energy Committee. I want to talk about something exciting. The Medford Energy Committee and the Medford Chamber of Commerce have just launched the Medford Green Awards. With me is Carrie Duquesne from the Office of the Environment for the city, who's led that office for 2 years. And Carrie's been a part of the team that's been creating the awards. Carrie, why don't you tell us what the Green Business Awards, the Green Awards are?
Sure, thank you, Jeff. So the Green Awards is a program that recognizes both businesses and residents that have undertaken energy and environmental initiatives that are green over the past few years.
Great. So why were the awards created?
The awards were created because the city's recognized that over the past few years, not only is the city actually completing a lot of energy efficiency and environmentally friendly initiatives, but we've noticed that a lot of businesses and residents are undertaking those projects as well. So in the spirit of supporting sustainable actions, we really wanted to recognize those businesses and residents as well that are pursuing those Go Green initiatives.
Sounds good. So I see we've got a lot of deserving residents and businesses. So if someone thinks that they deserve one of these awards, what should they do?
Right, so we welcome all applicants, and we encourage people to nominate themselves as well, as mentioning it to your residents, your neighbors, and anyone that you may know of that's completed a lot of these energy initiatives. So you go to the city's website, which is www.medford.org/Green Awards, and there are links that are for businesses or residents, so click on the appropriate link and then complete the nomination form. It will ask for your contact information as well as questions about the various initiatives that you've undertaken over the past few years.
So what kind of questions are on there? What kind of initiatives or things that we're looking to recognize and reward?
Right. So some of the examples may be if you've installed solar on the roof of your home or business, if you've undertaken energy efficiency initiatives such as upgrading your lighting or HVAC system, if you are actively composting, recycling, if you carpool or use alternative modes of transportation to work. There's numerous examples. Those are just a few, as well as changing light bulbs as well. But we really want to see a larger initiative that's been participated and undertaken.
Sounds good. So what happens next after that?
So we're accepting applications. We've just announced the award today, which is April 28th. The applications are open, and we're accepting them until June 29th of this year. And then at the Harvest Your Energy Festival on October 13th, we will be presenting the awards to businesses and residents.
That sounds good. So remind us, just what does someone do if they want to be nominated for the award?
Right, so you go to the city's website, again, medford.org/green awards, and we are preferring electronic submittals. However, if you do not have a computer or have any questions about submitting the application, please feel free to give me a call. My number is 781-393-2137. Or you can just stop by City Hall, and we're here in room 205. We were in 209, but we've moved. So you can stop by, and we can help you fill out that application.
It sounds like we're doing something great to recognize all of the citizens and the businesses who are helping our city. Hopefully these awards will encourage other people to similarly to help to ensure the future of our community. Sounds like an exciting program. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Again, the Green Energy Program is co-sponsored by the Medford Chamber of Commerce and the Medford Energy Committee. And the Medford Energy Committee is a group of volunteers appointed by Mayor McGlynn who work tirelessly on a volunteer basis to do a lot of good things around the city. Again, the Green Medford Award, they help staff the Harvest Fest that is held here in October. They're working on a no idling campaign. They go out to the schools and they man tables, and they're just a great group of folks who meet monthly and work almost daily on a volunteer basis to do the right thing for the city of Medford. And they'll be featured prominently in the initiatives of the Medford Energy Committee, will be featured prominently in future shows if we make the cut, so to speak.
Excellent. Well, that wraps up our first show. It's a pilot show. We do hope you tune in and you enjoy the show. We do look forward to future shows. As Fred said, our ratings are there. And we have some very unique items that we're going to talk about on our future shows, and I'm sure it'll be interesting if you tune in. So